I'm not sure where we last left off with this, but I've definitely done a lot more to the factory. And before I show you what I've done to the factory, which I now feel I've got it into like a finished position, I'm gonna see what we need for the last upgrades. So for advanced aluminium production, I'm going to need these alclad, I can never say this word, alclad aluminium sheets, some motors, some heavy modular frames and computers. And for the hazmat suit, I'm going to need some quick wire and rubber. So I'm going to quickly go get them. Okay, the advanced aluminium production then, we'll select that. Let's bump you guys all in. There we go. And we'll get that unlocked.
Milestone reached. Advanced aluminum parts can now be produced, which are necessary to build the Miner Mark III.
Good.
Batteries can be used as a fuel source for vehicles.
That's fine. Batteries are kind of what we're hoping to get up and get at some point as well. I've already set the factory up so that I can do batteries for us. Now I know he just went away, but what else do we need for the last one? The hazmat suit, I just need some more rubber. That's easy enough. I'll go get some rubber. And then what I'll do is I'll go through the actual factory and show what I've kind of done in the meantime here. This is all my external storage now, just a bit more exposed so I can see things a bit better. Take out loads of rubber. I think that's all the rubber I need. I've also got some storage units above, and what they do is if I have anything spare, you know, if I had spare rubber, say, I would put that into the above storage and that would just feed into the one underneath, just in case this one ever got completely full, which you can see it's already replenishing pretty quick with everything coming from the trains. But I've now got the big beast ready. Let's see if I can go somewhere. But maybe if I can get up a bit higher, I can show this a bit better. So there it is now. It's finally complete, as much as I think I've got everything made in it. So I've actually got a roof on it as well, and I've even made it to the point where I can get in and out of it even if power does come off of it. So that's why we've got these big glass pillars at the front of the factory for as well, because they've actually got stairs in them. It lets me go right from the bottom floor all the way up there, even if my hyper tubes don't work because I don't have power. But the centre bit here is kind of what we've always had with our buses, except I've tidied them up a bit and they're not just as big anymore. The buses just kind of look around just exactly what you see there, quite small, but everything is Mark V belts as well, and I've put a lot more glass into the building, so it's a lot lighter. I'll go to the bottom floor and I can just show that. I think they have updated it so these floors are a lot whiter. It does make it a bit more difficult to see down into it, I feel, but I think the place is definitely looking pretty nice in here now. Nice and open so you can see absolutely everything that happens, and the conveyor belts are roughly on the same height as we are on this bit, and you can just come into the middle and see everything along the way. I think it just looks cleaner as well. I believe they've updated the mesh for these conveyors too. But we've got all the major resources coming in now. There's the alclad aluminium sheets that we made last time up as well. Everything is absolutely going in here fine. And upstairs has been tidied as well. I'll not go through all the pods because we've been there and seen that, but I'll go up and just kind of look at the different floors as well, just to give you a rough idea how big this is. This is still my steelworks and has got some of the other assemblers along this line here. I've got hyper tubes that just take me side to side if I can't be bothered going finding an opening to go back through. And again, I could even just take the stairs up at this point just to well, I don't know, just to prove that stairs work, I suppose, but it takes me up. But motion stick there, come out into a little platform that lets me come straight into here, and this is the first floor of my manufacturers that I've got up, and this guy here is making our heavy modular frames, and they all again come out onto the bus system here, and I've got some more complex parts there, and we're up another floor. Again, some more manufacturers. I'm not sure what you guys are doing. In fact, what's this one here making? This one's making supercomputers, actually. he's got quite a lot of components there. You can see how fast those belts are going. So that's doing all the really kind of advanced stuff, and I believe the last floor that we've got in here now will be dedicated to my actual space elevator parts, although now that the space elevator is done, there's no real need for me to make lots more of those components. Are you making anything at all at the moment? He should be making smart plating, but I don't actually think I've set them up connected to the bus line at all, because there's just no need whenever I don't have anything. I don't need those parts at the moment. But we've now got a roof right over our head. I've kind of tried to give us a semi-decent looking roof. I'll maybe head up to the top and show that. There's no bus up here at the moment. You can see that our Manta friend is kind of going through our build. There's a really neat thing that I found out with that Manta ray. But yeah, there's the bus down there just now. He's not very full because I still have to connect some more materials up to him. And I found out that the lag that I've been experiencing isn't actually just performance lag, it's because the game has been autosaving. So I've had to set the autosave, instead of it going every, I think it's like 5 minutes, it goes every 20 minutes now. So hopefully I'm not going to buffer every so often then. With me getting the new tier upgrades there for aluminium, I've already set up some of these machines here, although I'm not sure if they're powered. Well, they might be. But I've already got components coming from the bottom and up into them. I just haven't set the manufacturers to make them yet. So if I can remember what this one is, this plastic, sulfur and wire. I come into the manufacturer here, and I think this actually might make the batteries. Yep, this one will make batteries for us. So I've connected everything already, was just waiting on getting that upgrade, and now this pod here is going to make us some batteries, which is nice. I'll go around and finish the rest off. There we go, they're all making batteries. You've noticed these pods have had a slight design change as well. I've kind of opened them a bit more with windows, and I've got them having like a three-way split now. So they all merge into one logistics there, and then they come into a splitter here to go off 3 separate ways. One of them goes up into the wall at the moment. That is deliberate so that eventually whenever I get my finger out and actually make this storage that I've been talking about for the several episodes now, I'll maybe make my storage down there, but that'll come out from there and head down into storage, so I never need to come back in here. And there you can see a battery come straight out. He comes into these type of storage there. I've got 2 of them. One is connected, or will be connected to the bus eventually. I think I've still to do that for this pod. And I've got another one which will basically just be a siphon for myself if I ever need anything spare. So I've got 2 of those storage now. So it's split in 3 ways, but those 3 ways will eventually all go into separate storage. I think the pod next to him is also set up to do one of these new pieces. That looks like motors and rubber. What needs motors and rubber? Is it the turbo motors? Possibly. Of which I need radio control units and heat sinks. And I believe I've got them made as well. I'll just need to go find out where I've made those pods. Right, this one here's got rubber computers and oscillators in it, but I've not actually unlocked the research from MAM for it yet. That'll be the radio control units, so I'll need to go out and do that very quickly. But if I head downstairs, I should be able to go find where I'm making these heat sinks and at least start some production above here. Right, this one's got rubber and the alclad aluminium coming in. I was making electromagnetic control rods in here, but I think whenever I get to nuclear, I'm just going to do them all in one place. But I think this is where I'll be able to make these other parts. The heat sinks are right there, yep. Okay, good, right, that'll be heat sinks coming out as well. Right, quartz and radio control units, 3 seconds, start that research. And that should be it done, good. What's that? Radio signal? I've got those items, I can go do that quickly. Same, what about Caterium? Programmable splitter, yeah. And geothermal, well let's go at the programmable splitter, that'll help with my storage. Now I'm going to go up again quickly and make those. In fact, no, I'm going to go in here quickly, get the last upgrade, then I'll go up and make the radio control units. So hazmat suit. I've got all the items, let's put that in, and that's the last kind of upgrades that I've got for here then, and now I'll be ready to start making nuclear.
Milestone reached. With the new hazmat suit and iodine-infused filters, you will be protected against uranium-based radiation.
So I do actually think that's all of these now done. Select milestones, yep, that's all the current tiers, they're done. And soon I'll get all of these ones in there done. Let's make radio control units. Right, so radio control units should now be getting produced and come out here. Let's just sit up here and wait and see. There they are. Perfect. Where is he gone? I think he went up behind us. Good, right, radio control units are now coming out and into it. So I'm going to head back upstairs and make sure that is getting sorted right. Right, the radio control units are slowly coming in here, making our turbo motors. They're just going very slow at the moment. There is nothing efficient about this factory at all. I will look into efficiencies at some point. I think that'll be an interesting challenge, actually trying to get some parts made efficiently. But I think that's maybe all of the parts that I can do in here now being manufactured for us. And I'll get some of these nice turbo motors out eventually, just whenever this place starts creating some more of those radio control units. And it'll be nice seeing this floor here slowly fill up with these really advanced parts. Okay, good. Right, programmable splitter nearly done here. And then we'll get the last of the upgrades from the MAM. Perfect, good. That's going to help me with storage then. So let's just check that everything is done here. Cateriums, I've got this to do. Start that another 8 minutes, that's fine. Flower petals are done, mycelia done, nutrients done, power slugs are done, quartz, still got a few of them, although I think they're instant. Okay, that one's 5 minutes. But those are the last two to do, and sulfur's all done as well. So whenever that 8 minutes is done, I can definitely come get that quickly, and then getting this radio signal scanning, that's the very last thing that I need to get, and that's all my upgrades done. I'm gonna go show you one thing that I found out. This was not done deliberately, this is just because of the area I built in. And do you know, I couldn't have picked a better area to build this in just because of this feature. It's amazing. I'm just gonna stand here. Don't know if that's the right word. Well, look, we're on our big blue manta ray friend. And now we can go for a nice view, a nice tour all around what I've just built. I'm actually just gonna let that go. That's my fuel power station there. Again, nothing at all in this place is efficient at all. There's the rail line that I still need to fix as well. That goes and gets me my quartz. I wanted to go get me my sulfur, quartz and bauxite at some point. In fact, there's a train going away to get me the raw quartz as we speak. Definitely not glitching out there at all, that would trigger Omni. There's my bauxite line. Again, I don't like that at all. I will fix that at some point so that it comes by train, because I hate things coming by conveyor belt. Although it's efficient because you get them, I just hate having those lines everywhere. That's my sulfur line. Here is the very first factory that we're about to see. There he's there. That's the very first factory we made. He's still there. We've got the coal power plant over to the side. And then we've got the big beast now in the distance. There's the big mega factory there in the distance. We've got the train station out front, the space elevators on top of the glass storage unit. There's trains coming in and out. I've got a couple of smaller little buildings down there, what I'm saying with the kind of roofing panels. One of them are just making biofuel for us, but I've given the big mega factory a nice roof now to it, just to kind of finish it off. And there is a smaller sub-factory that we made last time for my aluminium accolades, and they just come out of that and head down and go into the main building there. That's where all the bauxite and my aluminium is being produced in there. I'm so glad that this thing does kind of go through the building and can pick me up at that point, because this was amazing to find. I just found it by accident. I was building the other day and I seen him come in and I was like, alright, here we go, it's going to break everything. And he just scooped me up and took me away, and I'm like, oh, okay then. That place there is where I was originally going to build, but I mean, it just wouldn't have been big enough. There you go. There's the big beastie. Very, very pleased with him. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go into the building as my big manta ray pal here is going to be able to, but look at the size of that now. That is definitely a chunky build. That took several hours to do. And I've noticed there's two little things sticking out of place I'm going to need to go remove. Two little windows sticking up there. There you go. I think that's 5 floors. And I've given it a type of roof as I said. And he'll just slowly descend into it and I'll just be left on the top here. There we go, and he's away. I'm left here and he'll just continue going through there. Isn't that awesome? I love that a lot. Punk. Right, geothermal's done. That's all caterium done. So last for quartz, let's quickly get radar technology. There you go. And this will allow us to scan for crash sites. I need some more oscillators, which I think might be here. There we go, radio signal scanning's complete. That's the last upgrade that we've got then for this whole build there. But that's not too bad, we're definitely looking really good here now. Everything's up and working. Let me go show you my nuclear stuff that I'm planning on doing at some point too. Right, so this is a new bit that I've got here as well. And you can see, if I go off the train, just to the side there, there's one of the big nuclear power stations that I've got here. And I've put a lot of concrete all over the water here and I've tidied things up a little bit more. But this is the next project I'm going to be working on, is putting more of this nuclear power plants down and getting this whole area here set up for nuclear. Well away from me and my base, where I'm not going to die of nuclear radiation. But this is definitely the next thing on the list then. That's going to be lots of fun to do.